Please help us understand what is e-waste.
E-waste is basically an electronic item which can be run through a plug and play or through a battery storage item,
Okay.
which is discarded over the lifetime of the period, like end of life. After that life of the product, shelf life, it becomes the e-waste because it is not used for the basic customer
Right.
things.
Hi everyone. Today we have Mr. Rahul Singhal, the founder of Endeavor Recyclers, here with us, and we will be discussing about the navigating electronic waste in the tech world with Endeavor's Recyclers. Right, sir? I would like to know. We would love to know to your journey towards Endeavor Recyclers.
Yeah, basically Endeavor Recycler is an e-waste recycling company. What we do, we recycle the e-waste, we collect the e-waste from pan-India basis, and we recycle it, and we recover the material which are infused during the making of the new products. We recover aluminium, copper, iron, and plastic, and sell it to the secondary market, which can be further used in making the new products. As the name suggests, we are Endeavor is a try hard company. We are trying hard to cater this e-waste problem, which is raising in a geometric progression in India from last 2 3 decades. We have seen the transformation and transition of electronics gadgets and tech size of the India. So domestically, we are receiving all the electronic waste and getting it dismantled and recycled for the circular economy and for the part of sustainability part of the company. So we
Okay.
are into e-waste
Okay.
company.
So please help us understand what is e-waste.
E-waste is basically an electronic item which can be run through a plug and play or through a battery storage item,
Okay.
which is discarded over the lifetime of the period, like end of life. A product have an end of life of 4 years, 5 years. Say laptop have 4 years, AC have 5 years. So
Right.
after that life of the product, shelf life, it becomes the e-waste because it is not used for the
Mhm.
use for the basic customer
Right.
things. So it has a toxic in nature because the metal has e-waste is made from the metal. It is toxic in nature. If we don't recycle it properly, it will pollute all the environment and all. So
Okay.
this is that. That's why it's called a waste, electronic
Understood.
waste.
Right. And what are these some wrong ideas people have regarding the recycling e-waste?
Actually, people doesn't have any kind of idea because we are still in a transition phase of electronics item.
Okay.
So people have to be aware more that this e-waste is a waste which is to be recycled. So it's the lack of awareness the people have. It doesn't think it doesn't like that people want to know that what is to be done after the product get discarded or waste.
Okay.
They have lack of knowledge in that, and we are trying hard to doing a campaign or such kind of thing so that the people will be aware for that e-waste, and we are expanding geographically also
Okay.
for this awareness.
Understood. So how do you help retailers and distributors manage e-waste?
Uh, Actually, this e-waste is to be catered logistically and geographically because beyond certain limits, after say for example 200 or 300 kilometers,
Right.
if we go and take some e-waste,
Mm-hmm.
it puts a logistic cost in that. So we have associated lots of transporter with us to gather this e-waste from the retailer and distributor, and we collect that e-waste from all kind of channels, formals, informals, and retailer and distributor, and recycle it. And for this, we are also expanding in south and the southern region and the western region also,
Okay.
so that the geographically we will be expanding and we will be mitigating the transportation cost which is associated with it. So basically, we are helping in a large manner to all the brand owners with the retailer and distributor to collect the e-waste.
And how the retailers and distributors are assured for their best value of their e-waste?
See, price value is very tricky question basically. Uh, the main business of the retailer and distributors are to sell the new product and earn the profit from them.
Right.
All this e-waste is just we have to treat it like for the environment thing. Or the
Mm-hmm.
basically a waste you are giving. And problem in India is that as we have read our economy or not, we know how the product is to be sold. Now, if we sell a newspaper also, we want a value from that. But that value chain will impact ultimately to the customer itself. Say for example, if I buy 1,000 rupees fridge from your home, I will collect it. I will put a transportation cost. I will put a recycling
Mm-hmm.
cost. I will recover the material and sell it to you. So ultimately, you will be end up buying the new product of exceeding 2,000 rupees. You will receive 1,000 rupees for the
Oh.
waste, but you will be end up buying 2,000 rupees extra for the new product, because it will be having a cascading effect of the material which we have paid for you. So what I want that dealers or distributors, retailer should treat it like a waste and hand it over to us for an ethical and efficient recycling. Ethical recycling associate a cost with it. Right now, we are paying a healthy amount for the e-waste. Say, for example, we are paying 5,000 rupees for the AC, 2,000 rupees for the refrigerator.
Okay.
So we are trying to give the best value to the
Understood.
retailers.
And how do Endeavor recyclers follow India recycling rules and regulations?
The recycling e-waste rules are governed by Central Pollution Control Board, 2022. We are very well complied. We can say 100% complied company with the e-waste rule. As I am itself a law student, so I take care of all the laws and rules which are implemented day to day, or some notifications generated by the CPCB. We have a core team who take care of the law. We have an audit team who take process oriented audit, that if any kind of process is going wrong and harming environment, we take care of that and we recorrect it and set up the things that law should be followed with a 100% compliant rule.
Okay. Okay. So, and I would like to know why is it bad for the environment if we don't recycle our old appliances?
See, if you don't recycle your e-waste appliances, it is non biodegradable item. It
Okay.
cannot be sent into the soil or water, that it can be diluted and
Hmm.
all. So it will impact environment in a landfills, in a water bodies, in air pollution, like hazardous waste. You have a metal in it. After the longer period, you will keep the product, the metal will release a toxin fumes and all
Fumes,
that,
right?
so that it will be impacting environment. So it's better ki you should go for the recycling, so that we can recover the metal from that and we can use it for the new product, and we can save the environment. We can save the environment without harming any kind of impact for the environment while recycling. While
Right.
recycling,
Right.
also
Right.
some kind of fumes is there, but that is to be carted through line of machinery and all.
Uh, Following upon this question, tell us about how the recycling process works.
Yeah, recycling is started from the collection. First, collection is to be
Right.
done. We collect the raw material from Pan India. Then the product come to our factory and it is given a batch number. The batch number is given to our factory, that this waste is given as a batch number. We take it to the dismantling line. The product is dismantled manually by the laborers.
Okay.
Laborers dismantle that e-waste. Then the component which are used in that product, we recover that component, and that component further goes into the recycling through machines
Okay.
to recover the aluminium, copper, and
Hmm.
iron.
Right.
Recycle that component, we get that metals, and further third process of metal melting. We smelt the metal, we create 99% pure aluminium and copper in our factory, so that it can be used by the other vendors, like making utensils, making wires, making copper emissions rod and all. We melt that metal and we create a metal for that.
And how does Endeavor Recyclers help big companies recycle their old electronics?
Yeah, we had tie up with various type of brands, like lots of brands which are into consumer electronics. We have shared the agreement. We have the share agreement for 5 years to collect the e-waste from pan India basis. We do recycle all the major products like home appliances and all, and electronics gadgets, and we are having tie up with big corporates for pan India collection with them, and we are almost doing each and everything to get the waste for the big companies, because it is a challenge for them to collect the e-waste. They are not in the business of e-waste, they are selling the product.
Products, right?
Yeah.
So, what kind of old electronics are the most valuable for
Pardon?
recycling? What are the old electronics are most valuable for recycling?
See, for us, every product is a valuable product, because every product is made up of four items: aluminium, copper, iron, and plastic. So we recover each and every item from the product, and it has a sellable value. All item is sold into the market, it has a sellable value. So for us, every product is a recoverable product. The main challenge for us is two kind of product we have a challenge issues, that one is refrigerator and one is washing machine, because it contains lots of waste in it, like puff waste, and washing machine has a stone weighing 20 kg in itself to stable itself.
Right, right.
So it has a waste. So the problem in recovering refrigerator and washing machine, it's very hard to recover metal from ads because all are attached with it. So it takes more time, more labor, and more thing. That product are more problem for us. Rest all is it's okay. We have the value in all the products.
And what is a circular economy, and how does Endeavor Recyclers help with it?
Circular, as the name suggests, circular means that everything is to be circle.
There
When
should be
you
a
mine,
circle.
when you mine a metal from a mining, you melt that metal, you create a metal, and that is used in the shape on a new
Mm-hmm.
product. Then we melt our metal in our factory. That again become a ingot, and then again it will be becoming a new product. So it is a circular economy. What we are supporting is we are recovering best of the metals. Almost in some product we are reaching 99% of the recovery. If a product is dismantled and recycled, we have reached to 99% of the recovery in some products. So we are recovering that metal and generating some circular economy for them, so that the metal extraction from mines should be stopped, and the metal which are into economy right now, we can use it for the new products.
How does recycling old electronics and electronic items help us fewer new materials?
As I
How's it?
say that it helps us, the metal recovered by the recycling process helps less mining, because all the metals are recovered from the mining sources,
Right.
and it impacts our environment and lots of things that come to the ozone and all that. So if we recycle the metal which are already present into the product, it will help to create a new product from the recycled product, and it will be little bit cheaper from the mining also, and we will be saving environment without mining.
I've been studying about the EPR certification.
Yeah,
Could you
yeah,
please help me understand what is EPR certification?
yeah. The government came into rule of 2016 for this EPR certification. EPR is extended producer responsibility.
Okay.
That is basically the EPR obligation lies on the brands, not on the manufacturers. There are two kind of thing. One, manufacture the product, label it for the voltage, Havels, Deccan, any kind of things. So brand owners are responsible for the EPR. Basically, government says that you place the product into the market, you sold it. After certain lifetime, it will be waste. So it will be your duty to collect those waste, get it recycled, use the material, and bring it into a circular economy. So that is the main impact which CPCB wants from the brand owners. So what we did this recycling on behalf of that brands. That we will ensure that we will collect the waste, we will recycle it, and we will be giving a certificate of recycling. It will be generated by a Central Pollution Control Board itself
Right.
through a portal. It's an online mechanism portal.
Mm-hmm.
We have to enter the data in that portal. We will get a certificate, and we will raise that certificate to the brand owners that we have done your part, recycle the e-waste, and give the certification to you. This is the basically the obligation which we do for the part of brand owners.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it for the questions, sir. That's it for the session. Is there any message you want to say out loud to the retailers, distributors, big companies regarding the e-waste management?
Yeah. I have a message. I have a clear message that I have a message to the government also and to all the stakeholders which are the part of the e-waste, that it should be mandatory for each and everyone that e-waste should be donated. It should not be seen as a product or a economically priced, that we should want a price from a product which we have, which services which we have used. If you have paid something, say for example, you have paid 50,000 for an LED TV, you have enjoyed it for the last 5 years, 7 years, 10 years. After that, for 1,000 rupees works or 5,000 rupees works, you should not treat it as an economy. You should donate it to the e-waste recycler, authorized recycler. There are almost 200 recyclers in the industry on pan-India basis. Donate the e-waste. We will recover the material. Material will be coming into the system. It will automatically, supply chain will be managed through a cheaper way. So
Okay.
new product will be cheaper
Cheap.
if you donate a e-waste. Every company, every stakeholder need that if I am giving something, I should get in return. So I want to give a message that donate a e-waste, make an economy, ultimately impact will be less on your pocket in for the future.
Thank you for being here, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Nice talking to you.